This is important, so pay attention. You too, Katie. Pay close attention. One of the biggest mistakes that I see notaries making is mixing their personal and business finances.
Mm-hmm.
It is so crucial to separate these two to keep a clear record and honestly peace of mind.
Yes, 100%. So when I first started out, I didn't realize the importance of making sure that you're starting out on the right foot. And it can be very, very confusing when you're first starting a new business if you have only done a 9 to 5 where you got your regular tax forms and you didn't really have to deal with this. But there are tools that are out there that I am slowly learning to make our life easier.
Well, and that's a great point too, because maybe now you've realized why your bosses were pulling their hair out at those 9 to 5s. And don't mind my cat in the background, that's Miss Mimi. But there are tools out there, like you said, like QuickBooks Online, which I'm a
Mhm.
certified QuickBooks Pro advisor. I have been since 2014. And those are, or that is rather, to me, I always call it the skeleton of the business.
Mhm.
So you start with the skeleton and then you can build off of it. So not to go too crazy into it, but QuickBooks Desktop way back in the day was it was an application that did everything. It was like everything
Mhm.
was inside the app. And you downloaded it on your computer, you got the software license, and you activated it and all this stuff, and everything had to go through QuickBooks Desktop.
Yeah.
Now, QuickBooks Online changed their modality, right? So they were like, okay, oh, okay, bye, Mimi. They changed their modality in the sense that we're going to be the skeleton and we're going to add things onto this that will enhance the user's experience and also provide them with much stronger reporting and line of sight over their finances
Mhm.
and make things easier because not everyone can afford to hire a bookkeeper like me. Like I'm not cheap and I
Yeah.
don't expect people to just be like, hey, I want to hire you today. But when you're
Mhm.
starting out, I still want my notaries to be able to start out on the right foot. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? At the very least, get a QuickBooks Online account. Now,
Mhm.
I know that QuickBooks offers an account setup thing that they do for
Mhm.
so much money, whatever. I think it's like 50 some odd dollars. I'd be more than happy to offer the viewers of this a account setup fee
Mhm.
of $75. I'm happy to do that. It's a one-time setup. We're not doing anything more than that, so don't try to, they call it scope creep. Don't try to jump on that a little bit more, but I would be more than happy to do that for fellow notaries that are just looking to get their stuff organized
Mhm.
and get their chart of accounts set up properly. Okay.
Mhm.
It's just so important. With QuickBooks Online, you have the ability, and I don't make money from QuickBooks Online. I used to, but I don't actually make any referral dollars from QuickBooks Online. This is
No,
just a
not
pure,
not sponsored.
yeah, not sponsored. This is just a pure love. But like I see all these other like notary apps and things that are like, oh, mileage tracking and this, that, the other. Well, just tonight, Katie, you know this because I was just
Mhm.
talking to you about this. I had a fellow notary from my other group, Notary City, and she came over and needed help scanning because her scanner broke or what have you.
Mhm.
So she popped by. I go, you realize that this trip that you took for 1 hour here to my house and the trip back, that mileage is deductible. I
Mhm.
go, no, I'm not an accountant. I go, but girl, I will put that in.
Yeah.
And the QuickBooks Online app, as long as you have your location services on, will
Mhm.
ask you, is this personal? Is this business? Personal? Business. Like,
Yeah, to make your life easier.
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, because running a business is hard enough, and the less things that you have to think about, the better.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
So let's talk about deductions a little bit because
But how do you log your miles? Be honest. Be honest.
let's not talk about it.
How would you log your miles?
I would usually just look up how long it took, like how many miles it took to get someplace. So if I'm going over to Miami, that's how many miles I would put in. And then I would just have to add them up myself. I do know that other notaries sometimes do like a round guesstimate as well,
Where do you put
but
that? That was what I'm asking.
in a notebook. I know I can see the horror on your face, and that's
Okay,
okay.
but that's okay. And you know what? You know how many other people are out there that literally do the same exact thing that you do?
Yes, yes. So
Yeah,
I'm not alone, I'm sure.
you're not alone, but I will publicly shame you right now
I
because
know you're going to. That's
here's
why I
the
didn't
thing.
want to
No,
tell you.
but here's the thing is that it's so cool that you're open and willing to do this because you're helping other people. So by
I
doing
know.
this, you're opening your heart and life up to help
Hmm.
other people. So tell other people, hey, it's not that crazy to do it this way.
Yeah. Yeah, and there's definitely like that would be easier than writing it down because I know that there's times that I forget to do stuff. Like as far as I have to run to Staples to go get more paper, or
Oh
I have to
gosh, yeah.
all the time, or I have to like yesterday I had to run to the bank because I had to get something in person notarized, which we can talk.
Even though I offered to meet you in a
It
parking
would have
lot.
been quicker. It would have
Mhm,
been
mhm.
quicker.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would have been quicker. But anyway, that trip
Mhm.
to the bank to go get that notarized did not get logged. So, you
But
know.
again, though, that's those things that's an oversight, and
Hmm.
those are things that we shouldn't. Again, in the construction industry, we call it leaving money on the table.
Yeah.
So now we're taking money from our own pockets on
Hmm.
purpose because we're
Yeah.
just being negligent for ourselves. We're
Yeah.
so detail oriented, we're so focused on making sure that everything gets done perfectly that we end up screwing ourselves.
Hmm. Yeah.
But
I think,
let's start helping ourselves so that we can continue helping other people.
yeah, I think sometimes business owners and just in general, we're like the last on the list of things to get.
How do you think my books were for years and years and years?
Yeah.
Until I
Yeah.
slapped myself in the face and said, "Get your shit together, Calkins."
Yeah. I know it's like putting together new furniture in your house. Like you don't want to do it. And then as soon as you do it, not
Whatever,
as
whatever do you mean, Katie?
I've been putting together furniture for the past 2 hours.
She's been putting together furniture for the last. I've been getting these messages. I don't know when we can do our video because I can't. You know what? Let's move on to deduction.
Anyway, okay, so yes, talk to me about deductions.
All right, so there are so many deductions available, but you
Yeah.
have to be smart about it. So QuickBooks Online is going to help you, but again,
Hmm.
I want to say you don't want to pay me. I can probably get something together, some sort of resource to just get a basic general chart of accounts that people can use
Yeah.
for their business if they don't want to pay me for something, but that's fine. Just something that they can have as a baseline.
Hmm.
But again, I know it says QuickBooks, but it's not easy books. It's not the quickest of books. It's you can't do it on your own. You can, but you have to have some sort of bookkeeping background. Do what you do
Like
and
a
let the bookkeep.
reference. Yeah.
Yeah, like come on, people. Like calm it down. Like
Yeah.
let's make sure the money that you'll save by investing into the bookkeeper,
Hmm.
it honestly will benefit you not only in tax preparation fees, but it will also help you when you actually go to your tax preparer and you're coming up with your tax strategy of whether you want to buy a house in a few years, whether you're looking to get a loan for a vehicle or what have you. It's all about utilizing your resources the best way possible
Hmm.
and understanding why it's not an expense, it's an investment.
Yeah.
And notar, yeah, go ahead.
Another way to look at it is opportunity cost. If I paid you however much your price is, and then you saved me twice what I would pay you, that makes sense.
Return on investment, ROI.
Return on investment. Yep.
Yeah,
ROI.
absolutely.
Hmm.
But so yeah, so we have the home office expenses. So how big is your office right now at your house, give or take?
I don't know. I'm
So let's
just
just pretend, let's say it's 10 by 10.
okay. Yeah.
So you have 100 square feet of office space. So
Hmm.
now that part of your rent or mortgage, whatever, then that
Hmm.
would be your home office deduction. Now, then let's go to your utilities. So your utilities, are you primarily using them for your work? Because you're a remote online notary, aren't you?
That's true. Yes.
And that electricity that you're using, those
Is
lights in the
mostly,
back, those lights in the background, they don't light themselves, do they?
yeah.
You
Yeah.
know what I
No.
mean? The
Yeah.
paper, all those things. Oh, and what did I tell you earlier? Remember about the notary that came over today?
Yeah.
The
About
training.
the, hmm yeah, because that everything that put into the job, even down to clothes or like tops or things that you buy,
You're
any
right.
type
No,
of,
no, you're
yeah.
right. Don't stop yourself. You're right.
Well, I was gonna
No,
say,
but the accountant put it to me the best way. He's
sure.
a beautiful accountant and he's so smart. And he goes, anything that has a part of generating your income for your business
Hmm.
is part of your write-offs that you can include in your business expenses. And
Yeah.
now I'm not an accountant, so I'm not saying that this is like talk to your accountant,
Law.
talk to your tax
Yeah.
preparer.
Hmm.
It's up to you and them, but at the same time, that seemed very logical to me.
Yeah.
If it's contributing to you making money,
Hmm.
then that is a logical business expense.
Yes. Yeah. And when I went to the NNA, they kept talking about it. But if you are going to these networking events, if you are
Oh
going to these
yeah.
conferences, if you are spending money on advertising, on marketing, on your business cards, on anything to do with your business, you, I'm also not a tax consultant or anything, but you can write that off and look into it
And if you
because
can,
there's,
no, put it in to be written off,
yeah,
and then have your tax preparer review it. And if they're not willing to review it properly, then find a new person. Go on the QuickBooks
yeah.
Pro Advisor website and search it.
Hmm.
Like you're
Yeah,
right.
because it's down to even like your nails, because, or if you get your hair done, because
Well,
that's your appearance.
I'm sorry.
You're
No, no,
on
no.
screen.
What did they say? But even for in-person notaries,
Yeah.
they ask you to wear a certain type of dress, and
Hmm.
they ask or not dress, but like outfit, whether it's a tie or a suit or slacks or that costs money.
Hmm.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Dry
Yeah.
cleaning costs money. All these things, the gas to get to and from, the
Hmm.
car wash so you don't show up with a car that looks like you just drove through a mud pile.
Yeah.
These are things that you can discuss. I'm not saying being shady, but I'm saying being
Well, like,
smart.
yeah, smart with your money. You want to, eggs cost like $5. You want to make sure that you're saving as much money as you can. So, especially right now.
Oh gosh, I
So,
know. But
yeah,
honestly, so with software like QBO and with people like myself, there are many of me, but not any like
there's
me.
no one like you.
I know, thank you. I was waiting for that. I was
I
totally
know.
just fishing, just fishing. But honestly, prioritize your financial health, honestly.
Hmm.
And
Yeah.
yeah, that's really the most I can say about it.
Yeah. And I'm the first one to be on the fence about it because it's just not something fun for me to talk about. Like when we were talking about different topics, I was like, let's talk about literally anything else, but it is important for you to have that peace of mind so that it's not something that's looming over you all the time where you have to do like extensions on your taxes because you have no idea and then you're scrambling. So don't do that. Just get your affairs in order as soon as you can and set yourself up for success so that you're not worrying about it like I sometimes do.
And wink, wink, work with a professional.
Yes.
Bye.
Yes.